how to add a disk you created in Azure to a Kubernetes cluster you created in Azure using built-in command line tools. Let's find out, boys. It'll be a fun one. We'll start with the GUI, and then we'll go over in command line. And I honestly think the command line is a little bit easier for this one. But after a day or two, I figured it out. Let's go. Before we proceed, there are some things you want to check on your disk you created in one of our previous videos. You click AKS Store 1. First, you want to make sure that it is in the same region and resource group as your container cluster. In my case, it is. Then you want to make sure that it is not attached to any virtual machine. Disk state is unattached. Then you want to make sure that it is in the same region and subscription as your current Azure cluster. So it looks like it's in test subscription, test container group. It is not attached and is in US East. If we were to go to home, click containers, click our cluster, and our subscription is test subscription. Our resource group is test container group. The state is running, and location is East US. So it is in the right location. Next, we go back to our disks. We click AKS Store 1. We click Service Menu, Properties. Under Properties, you want to get your resource ID. Just copy that to a clipboard and save it somewhere else. After we've gotten our resource ID for the disk, we then need to hop back to command line and create a YAML to define that disk as a physical volume for the cluster. How do we do that? What you can do is you can hop back on the command line or use the Azure Cloud Shell and do a nano. We're going to call this physical volume dash Azure AKS test 1. So we're going to call this PV AKS test 1 .yaml. And then in our YAML, we're just going to place in some basic stuff like our API version, kind, and metadata. I got this information from Microsoft documentation. For the name for our physical volume, you're going to grab the name that we assigned. We're going to call this ASK Store 1 PV. Then you want to put in the specification. And let's take a look at this YAML file we created. If you notice, we have an API version. The kind is persistent volume. We have a metadata tag. We put in the capacity of that volume. We put in the access mode. We put in the reclaim policy, and then we define the Azure disk, which is managed, the name, and the disk URI, which we got from earlier. After that, you hit save. We're gonna have to cut that short there. We are running out of time. If you enjoyed this content, hit the like button. If you'd like to see more, please subscribe either here on TikTok or up above in my YouTube channel. Stay blessed, boys.